Are you thinking about moving to Maryland, but you can't decide between the small town charm of Havre de Grace, Maryland, or the big city energy of Baltimore? Both offer unique housing options, lifestyles, and opportunities, but which one is the right fit for you? In today's video, I'm going to be comparing Havre de Grace, Maryland and Baltimore, Maryland head to head so that you can be the judge and determine which town is the right fit for you. Hi, welcome to my channel, Baltimore Inside and Out, where we not only talk about beautiful homes and the cities that they're in, but also the lifestyle that comes with them. My name is Persia and I am a local realtor here in Maryland. And if you are thinking about making a move to the Baltimore metro region or anywhere in Maryland, make sure to hit the subscribe button and to tap the bell for notifications so that you will be alerted whenever there is a new video weekly on our channel. If you are already in the process of planning your move, make sure to look at our pinned contact information down in the description box below. My team and I would be absolutely thrilled to help you to make a easy transition of buying or selling in Maryland. All right, let's talk about location of these two cities. We're going to start with Havre de Grace, which is at the mouth of the Susquehanna River where it meets the Chesapeake Bay. Havre de Grace is located 40 miles northeast of Baltimore City. Havre de Grace is pretty much a straight shot on I-95 from Baltimore, and the drive time is going to take you around 45 minutes, which makes it a really good option if you're looking for a more small town feel with an easy commute from Baltimore. Living in Baltimore City itself obviously gives you access to the city, so if you're working in Baltimore, you'll be right there. But you definitely have to keep in mind that it is busier, there's more traffic, it might be a slower commute, so you have to keep all of those things in mind. It definitely has more energy and bustle and hustle than a town like Havre de Grace. So in terms of location, do you want something that's more calm, sitting by the water, something more relaxed, not a lot of noise and hustle and bustle, or do you prefer to be closer to the heart of the action? And with that being said, as a Baltimore City resident, there are certainly areas of the city that are way less hustle and bustle, but no matter what, you're going to be in an urban environment versus a smaller, more charming town like Havre de Grace, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. All right, next let's get into the lifestyle and vibe of these two locations. Havre de Grace offers a very relaxed, small town atmosphere. You've got waterfront parks, the promenade along the bay, marinas, and a charming downtown filled with local shops and restaurants. It feels like a close-knit community where people know each other. Baltimore, on the other hand, is lively, diverse, and vibrant. From Federal Hill nightlife to Inner Harbor attractions, you'll always find something going on at festivals, concerts, art exhibits, you name it. All right, next up, let's get into housing and affordability. Obviously, these two things make a big difference when it comes to deciding where you want to live. In Havre de Grace, you'll find a mix of newer townhouses, single-family homes with larger yards, and you'll find condominiums, some of which are waterfront. In general, the cost of living and cost of housing is lower in Havre de Grace, so your money probably will stretch further in this area of Harford County versus living in Baltimore. In Baltimore, prices vary really widely depending on the neighborhood that you choose. More trendy areas near the waterfront like Canton, Federal Hill, they're going to tend to be more pricey, but other areas might be way more affordable. Baltimore has the quintessential row house. That's the main style of house, but you can also find single family homes, townhouses that are newer construction. You also can find condominiums. Next up, let's talk about the job market and work opportunities. Baltimore has the stronger job market overall, with major employers in healthcare, education, government, and finance. Think Johns Hopkins University of Maryland and various federal agencies. Havre de Grace is smaller, so most people either work locally in smaller businesses or commute to larger hubs like Aberdeen Proving Ground, Baltimore, or even Wilmington, Delaware. If career opportunities and professional networking are what you are all about, Baltimore might be the better fit, but if you are working remotely or don't mind commuting, Havre de Grace might have more balance. Next up on the list of comparing Baltimore versus Havre de Grace are schools. Havre de Grace is part of Harford County Public Schools, which are generally well regarded. Havre de Grace Elementary and Havre de Grace Middle and High Schools have solid reputations, and families often like the smaller class sizes and strong sense of community support around the schools. Baltimore City schools are more of a mixed bag. Some public schools struggle with funding and performance, but there are standout options like Roland Park Elementary Middle, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, and several charter and magnet programs. Many families also choose private schools such as Gilman, Bryn Mawr, or Calvert School, which are all highly ranked. So if having strong public schools is really important for you and your family, Havre de Grace is likely the safer option. However, if you are leaning towards Baltimore City, just know that you will have to do your research on neighborhoods and what schools are districted to each neighborhood, or do your due diligence of looking into charter schools or private schools as well. All right, let's get into talking about things to do in Havre de Grace, Maryland and in Baltimore. Havre de Grace is all about enjoying the outdoors and soaking in the waterfront lifestyle. You've got the Havre de Grace Promenade, a beautiful boardwalk along the Chesapeake Bay where you can walk, jog, or just enjoy the views. There's also the historic Concord Point Lighthouse, one of the oldest lighthouses in Maryland, which makes for a great weekend stop. The town has a unique charm with local museums like the Decoy Museum and the Maritime Museum, which highlight the area's heritage. If you're into boating, kayaking, or fishing, you'll find marinas and water access points everywhere. Summer bring community events like the Havre de Grace Art Show, First Fridays downtown, and outdoor concerts at the Cultural Center at the Opera House. Dining here leans more local and relaxed. You'll find waterfront seafood spots and cozy family-owned restaurants instead of big chains. On the other hand, Baltimore offers big city energy with endless variety. At the heart of it all is the Inner Harbor, home to attractions like the National Aquarium, the Maryland Science Center, and boat tours that give you a unique view of the city. Sports fans love cheering on the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium or catching an Orioles game at Camden Yards, one of the most iconic ballparks in America. Foodies are spoiled here because Baltimore is famous for Maryland blue crabs and crab cakes, but the city also has a diverse food scene ranging from upscale restaurants to hole-in-the-wall gems. You've also got vibrant neighborhoods like Fells Point, Canton, and Federal Hill, each offering nightlife, bars, and festivals throughout the year. For arts and culture, there's the Baltimore Museum of Art, Hippodrome Theater, and local music venues that host everything from jazz to rock concerts. Havre de Grace is perfect for you if you are looking for water views, a calmer pace, and community festivals. Baltimore is for you if you want a city that never runs out of entertainment, dining, sports, and cultural experiences. There you have it, living in Havre de Grace, Maryland versus Baltimore, Maryland. Both have their own charm, just different lifestyles. If you're looking for small town charm with water views and a tight-knit community, Havre de Grace just might be for you. If you're looking for city energy, job opportunities, and having everything at your fingertips, Baltimore might be the better fit. And remember, if you are thinking of moving to Maryland, Harford County, Baltimore, anywhere in Maryland, please feel free to reach out to me and to my team. All of our contact information is pinned in the information box below. You can call us, text us, email us, and it would be our pleasure to help you make that transition in Maryland. Thanks again so much for watching today's video, and we will see you in the next one. And before then, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be alerted whenever the next video comes out. We'll see you then. Bye.